now we're going to take a look at ratio. So in this first question, question 1, we have Ahmed and James. They're sharing £120 in the ratio of 1 to 3. Now the first thing you need to realise about ratio, if we say Ahmed and James, this is in the same order. So this is Ahmed and this is James's share. How much do they each receive? So if you say a ratio out loud, you normally say 1 part to 3 parts. Anything you have in real life, it often has the word part in there. So what we've actually got is 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So as a picture, this is represented by Ahmed's bit, and this is James's 3 parts. Now we also know that this is worth 120. So if we think of we having 120 and splitting it between 4 parts, what would go in each of these? Well, obviously 120 divided by 4 is 30. 4s into 12 go 3, add to 0. So there's a 30 in each of these. So you can see that Ahmed is getting 30 and James is getting 90. There it is. The picture always helps ratios. Next one, Annie and Jamil share 160 into 3 parts and 5 parts. So slightly bigger bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know that all of this is 160. We know that Annie is getting all of this bit and Jamil is getting all of this bit. So what is 160 divided by 8? Well, 8 into 16 go twice, add to 0. So there's 20 in each of these. Now this question is a little bit, it catches people out basically, but how much more money than Annie does Jamil get? So it says Jamil's getting more, how much more? So we can see here it's 60, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So you can see the answer is 40. The other way you could do it, say, well, there's 20, 3 20s, cancel them out on both sides, and you're left with 40. Last question's a little bit different. So we've got 3 people driving to Newcastle, and this is the ratio of which they shared their driving. So 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. That's a total of 9 parts. So let's draw 9. Actually, no, because I'm going to read the question. So it says Michelle drove 240. So Michelle actually only drove 2 parts. And that is represented by 240, which means 1 part must be 120 for each. So how far is the total journey? So the journey has 9 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if 1 part is worth 120, that's going to be in each of these. So 120 times 9 is basically the calculation that we have to do. Well, 12 9s are 108. Add the 0. Let's check the units. It says kilometres, so this is also going to be in kilometres. So what was different about this one is we didn't divide this by the whole ratio, the total number of parts, because we were told one of the parts worth, and we had to work out the total. So sometimes the question is like this, and sometimes you're given the total at the start. Now, this is quite a horrendous one because you're not given the total and you're not also given what one of the parts is worth, so it's even harder. But Mike wins some money. We don't know how much money it is, so we don't know. He gives 30% to his sister, so let's say that's 30 and that's 70 is a rough drawing, so that's now gone. Of what is left, so of this 70%, he gives 3/5 to his mum and he gives the rest to charity. So 3/5 is going to his mum. So split this into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 70% divided by 5. Well, I don't actually know that. So 5's into 70, well, 1 remainder 2, and 5's into 20 goes 4. So it's 14 in each of these. So although I actually haven't got any ratios as such, dividing by a fraction is still splitting things into ratios, basically. So 3/5 goes to his mum. So one of those, 2 of those, and 3 of those. And what proportion of his money goes to charity? Well, it's 28. So this is 28% goes. Now, there are other answers, but this is what I would suggest is the easiest one. All the other answers are equivalent of, like, say, 28 over 100, equivalent to this 28%.